Hey, how's it going everybody? So in this video we're going to be taking a look at the new LASFIT LED Rock Lights. So LASFIT sent me a couple of these LED Rock Light kits so I can try them out and let you guys know what I think about them. They're packaged very well out of the box. I thought this part was hilarious. They're labeled behind and front. That way you know which one would go behind the other one. The lights themselves are really nice, though they are housed in this like lightweight aluminum, so I'm not too sure how hard of a hit they could take. Also comes with this rubber mounting pad that lets you tuck the wires in different angles. You know, the mounting pad can be done a lot better, I think. The wiring harness is really nice. It gives you 8 plugs to go up to 8 lights, a 2-way switch to switch from amber to white, and then the power cable is actually protected with a 10 amp fuse. And they also give you a bunch of zip ties for your mounting, which, you know, everybody loves zip ties. So here I'm just trying out the lights. I had them wired up to my battery and a ground real quick just to try out the different functions. After trying out a couple locations, I ended up going with this location up front. I'm using zip ties at the moment because I'm not too sure how I'm going to like it just yet. So I'm just using some cable from the lawn trimmer to pull the wires up through behind the headlight. Wiring up the lights are actually really easy, but it made it easier that I have a switch panel back here. So I'm just plugging in the positive into the switch panel and then the negative to a ground. Also later in the video, I'll explain the drawback to using these lights on a switch panel. So now I have both front lights wired up. I'm really liking the location, so I think I'm going to find a more permanent solution for the mount. As for the rear driver, I'm choosing this location, which is the support bracket for the exhaust. Just using my lawn trimmer cables again to bring the wires up into the engine bay. Being sure to tuck the wires as far away as I can from the exhaust. This is a very functional location because it's lighting the entire front of the rear tire. So now you just bring the wires into the engine bay, and then I'm running them along the firewall and plugging them straight into the harness. All the connectors are waterproof because of that little cap that you screw over the connection. For the rear passenger, I just attached them to one of the body mounts back there. So here's a look at the really cool switchback feature that these lights have. And so now that they're all wired up and installed, let's take them for a test drive. So far, I really am impressed with these lights. I do like having the function of being able to switch from amber to white, you know, if necessary, which I don't really believe I'm going to, but it's nice to have that option. One drawback I do think using the 2-way switch is that you have to mount the switch inside the cabin, which since I'm using a switch panel, I don't really need to use the actual 2-way switch. But by doing so, I'm basically stuck with one color unless I bring the switch into the cabin. So far, what I'm liking from these lights are, first of all, the price. They're a very budget-friendly kit. The brightness of the lights, you know, LASFIT has always had very bright LED chips, and I'm really liking the harness. Some of the things that I think could be done better are going to be the housing of the actual lights, a more durable housing maybe. The rubber mounting pad is not a great solution. It's rounded off in a weird way that doesn't really sit flush on flat surfaces. And also the 2-way switch, I think if they use the function from the switchback LED bulbs that they have, instead of an actual 2-way switch, that might be a better solution. But now let me show you what the lights look like from afar and at night. So all in all, I really am impressed with this kit. I love how budget friendly they are. I do love how easy the harness is to work with. And again, the switchback feature is a very nice option that you don't see very often. Everybody knows I love having lights on the trucks. And of all the different lights that you could be mounting, I do find rock lights are going to be some of the most useful and most functional lights to mount. I also find that this kit goes really well with the rest of the LASFIT products that I have on this truck. So as always, for those of you who are interested, I'll be leaving the link in the description below. I'll also be including a 10% discount for you guys to shop with that you can use on any of the LASFIT products. So leave a comment, guys. Let me know what you guys think about the kit. Let me know if you like the location that I chose. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks again.